This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Governor Jay Inslee addressed wildfire preparedness agencies in Wenatchee on Wednesday.
Major construction at Grant PUD's Crescent Bar Recreation Area is all but complete just in time for summer. Students from Moses Lake's Midway Elementary School took over Connolly Park on Tuesday to release trout into the lake.
Moses Lake Chief Softball has a long-standing tradition of making the state playoffs, and this year is no different.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The Honorable Jay Inslee.
Governor Jay Inslee addressed wildfire preparedness agencies in Wenatchee on Wednesday, speaking at a reception for the Washington State Fire Adapted Learning Communities Network. The network brings together local communities with state, federal, and nonprofit programs that aim to prepare for wildfires and aid recovery efforts after they happen.
I want to thank you for your efforts because you are saving from fire the most beautiful state in the United States, the state of Washington. I want to thank you for this.
The reception at Pybus Public Market launched a weekend learning network conference. Participants earlier in the day took a link transit tour of the Wenatchee Valley and heard from the Okanagan County Long-Term Recovery Group, working to rebuild after the 2015 megafires.
It was good to hear what's happening, and it was also good to think about what could happen as we get more folks connected to the network and learning and starting to apply what they learn to their communities.
The Learning Network involves several agencies, including the Washington Resource Conservation and Development Council, headed by Ryan Anderson. The Washington Network grew out of a national conference about 4 years ago.
And they felt like to accelerate community resilience in Washington, we could create a network of communities that work together and work with agencies to improve the practice of wildland fire resilience.
Inslee singled out the locally grown Chumstick Wildfire Coalition for praise and said the country must tackle the problem of climate change or face ever worse, ever longer wildfire seasons.
There is a monster out there that will devour our communities if we don't get on top of it, and that monster is climate change, and that's carbon pollution. And if we don't do something about carbon pollution, all of our joint efforts really will be for naught.
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at More Furniture in Ephrata.
Major construction at Grant PUD's Crescent Bar Recreation Area is all but complete just in time for summer. iFIBER 1 News took a tour of the renovated site, Grant PUD's largest recreation area, as the final touches of the on-island Riverbend Park boat launch and parking area wrapped up last week. Planning for the project started back in 2010 and work began in 2014. Two final projects, the renovation of the on-island water system and wastewater treatment plant, are expected to be completed in October. Renovations of the recreation area include off-island Chinook Park with a day use and picnic area and boat launch, as well as a trail system. On-island amenities include Riverbend Park, including a day use area and boat launch, Crescent Bar Golf Course, and the remodeled Crescent Bar Campground. The project came in at about $35 million, with costs offset in part by monthly rent received from more than 400 leases to Grant PUD for island homes and condos. The island residents will also be reimbursing Grant PUD for a bulk of the costs, about $10 million, associated with the new water and wastewater systems. To celebrate, Grant PUD is hosting a ribbon cutting on June 2nd with tours, free food samples, a presentation from geologist Nick Zenter, and free boat rides. Since 2010, Grant PUD has invested more than $54 million to enhance Columbia River recreation, allowing for the PUD to meet its federal requirements and better serve the local communities. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Students from Moses Lake's Midway Elementary School took over Connolly Park on Tuesday to release trout into the lake. The field trip was part of the Grant County Conservation District's Trout in the Classroom program, an educational program that allows schools to raise trout from eggs provided from area hatcheries. The fish tank and supplies are provided to each school, and students feed and monitor the fish until it's time for them to be released. On Tuesday, each fish was placed into a plastic cup for students to gently release along the shore of Moses Lake. The program, created by the State Department of Fish and Wildlife, is designed to educate students to respect water resources and promote responsible behavior toward the environment. The program is funded through community partnerships that provide the tanks and equipment necessary to raise the trout. For more information on the program, contact the Grant County Conservation District at 509-765-9618. This is Joe Utter for iFiber 1 News.
Moses Lake Chiefs softball has a long-standing tradition of making the state playoffs, and this year is no different. After taking the Big Nine for the 6th year in a row, the Chiefs prepare for their next challenge. First up is Camas, who were league champs in the Greater St. Helens Conference. Everyone the Chiefs see in state will be more difficult than anyone they've seen all season, but that doesn't scare them, and Moses Lake is ready to battle.
Coach Hawkins and the rest of us expect to do good in the tournament as a whole and win lots of games. I know their team has a very good lineup and they rely a lot on their hitting, so we're going to have to be ready on defense to make a lot of plays.
I feel like this year, together as a team, we've came together more on defense and offense, and I feel like our lineup's really strong this year.
Chiefs start at 10 a.m. on Field 5 at the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex in Spokane. Winner of that game will advance to play the winner between Newport Bellevue and Rogers at 4 p.m. on Field 2. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFiber 1 Sports.
This is iFiber 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.